The Thompson family lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico, USA, where they love nature and wildlife. Every summer, they plan to travel to places with vast and wild natural landscapes. This summer, they chose to go to the Finda Private Game Reserve in South Africa for a month. John Thompson, his wife Laura and their 6-year-old daughter Ellie were all very excited about this trip. When they arrived, they were warmly welcomed by the rangers, who gave them a brief introduction to the large reserve. The family was arranged to stay in a comfortable wooden house, right on the edge of the forest, with electricity, water and a modern kitchen. They walked around the center's campus, met many friendly staff and learned more about the animals. Ellie was very excited when she saw real lion footprints on the dirt road leading to the camp for the first time. The first night, they sat by the fire listening to the rangers tell touching stories about animal rescues. John felt that something special was waiting for his family on this meaningful trip. The next morning, after a simple breakfast, John washed the dishes by the sink next to the window, the sunlight pouring through the wooden frame. Suddenly, he was startled to see a lioness covered in mud standing outside the window looking in. It did not growl, just whimpered softly. Its eyes full of pleading made John involuntarily step back in panic. He shouted for Laura and Ellie. Both of them ran over and were stunned when they saw the lion right next to the porch. Laura quickly handed the phone to her husband. John's hands trembled as he called the conservation center, his voice stuttering as he explained. While waiting, John quickly locked all the doors, not taking his eyes off the wild animal in front of him. The lion did not attack, just sat down, occasionally bowing its head and then looking at the sink as if waiting. Ellie hid behind her mother, whispering to ask if the lion needed help. John nodded slightly, his eyes changing from panic to concern and sympathy. The sound of a car approaching from afar made the whole family breathe a sigh of relief. 2 rangers approached with guns and medical kits. They immediately recognized the familiar lioness that often hung around the center during the breeding season. A ranger walked over, gently patted the lioness's head, reassured her, then looked inside and smiled reassuringly at the family. The lioness turned her head back toward the forest, looked back, then walked a few steps and stopped to wait. The 2 rangers had a quick conversation, then suggested that John come along if he wanted to experience something special. John hesitated for a moment, then nodded in agreement, telling his wife and daughter to stay safely in the house. They followed the lioness through the long grassy plain, the early morning air cool and filled with birdsong. The lioness walked slowly, occasionally stopping to look at the rangers as if to make sure they were still following her. After about half a kilometer, they heard a weak, intermittent cry coming from a large mud puddle ahead. A ranger immediately ran over, then stopped when he saw a small lion cub stuck in the thick mud. The cub had no strength to struggle. Its whole body was soaked, its head was down, only breathing lightly and groaning. The mother lion groaned softly, looked at her cub, then looked at the 2 rangers as if urging them to save her cub. A ranger signaled, then took off his shoes, wrapped a rope around himself and slowly walked into the swamp. He gently lifted the cub's head out of the mud, trying to keep it from suffocating. John and the other ranger prepared clean towels, drinking water, and a blanket to keep it warm after bringing it to shore. The person in the mud struggled for a long time before lifting the heavy, dirty body of the lion cub out. On the shore, the 3 of them coordinated their movements to wash the mud, wipe the body and check the cub's breathing. The mother lion stood by, constantly licking her cub's face, occasionally moaning softly and rubbing her head against the ranger. The cub only opened its eyes, then lowered its head as if it had not recovered at all. The ranger decided to take it to the medical center as soon as possible for timely treatment. John picked up the cub in his arms, feeling its body so light and weak that it was heartbreaking. The mother lion did not resist, just walked beside them, her eyes never leaving their every step. They quickly went back to the old road. This time the atmosphere was quiet, everyone was worried about the fate of the lion cub. As soon as they arrived at the center, the veterinarians immediately prepared the emergency room and brought the lion cub inside. The mother lion stopped at the fence outside the center, not roaring, not screaming, just sitting and waiting with worried eyes. John stood still and watched, not believing what happened was so sudden and strange, like a dream. He returned home to tell his wife and daughter, who were anxiously waiting for news. In the medical room, the veterinarian quickly injected the weak lion cub with a stimulant and N4. A staff member carefully used a warm towel to clean the mud and kept it warm with a soft blanket. Its heart was beating weakly but steadily, its indicators gradually stabilized after the 4N injection. About 30 minutes later, the lion cub began to move slightly and opened its eyes, looking around in confusion. A female staff member took the specialized milk and gently put the bottle into the lion cub's mouth. It drank little by little, its eyes gradually becoming more spirited, its body still trembling but showing signs of recovery. The doctors breathed a sigh of relief, recorded the indicators and continued to closely monitor its condition. Outside the fence, the mother lion had not left, just walking back and forth around the area where her cub could be seen. Its soft roar echoed, touching the staff and making them more determined to save it. The bond between mother and cub made the entire medical center quiet, everyone was moved and sad. The next morning, the lion cub was more alert, lying and playing well in the isolation area, still holding the bottle of milk in its mouth. The conservation staff brought the Thompson family to visit it to help it get acquainted and create a bond. Ellie was very excited, she gently stroked the head of the lion cub that was snuggled in the blanket. Laura took pictures continuously, while John sat down next to it, looking at it with affection. The lion cub seemed to recognize its savior, gently rubbing its head against John's hand as if to thank him. The doctor confirmed that the lion had recovered enough to return to the wild. A special vehicle was prepared to take the lion cub to the field to meet its mother. When the vehicle reached the grass, the mother lion was already waiting there, her eyes filled with hope and anxiety. The staff put the lion cub on the ground, it hesitated for a few seconds then ran to hug its mother. The Thompson family watched from afar, tears welling up in their eyes as they witnessed the emotional moment of reunion. The next day, the Thompson family was invited to take a commemorative photo with the rangers at the gate of the reserve. The photo remained as a beautiful testament to an unforgettable vacation in their lives. "We came here to travel, but our hearts were held back by the reserve," said John. Ellie has since dreamed of growing up to become a veterinarian to help save wildlife. The story of the Thompson family and the mother lion has become an inspiration for many future visitors. Dear friends, thank you for taking the time to watch the entire video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support us. Goodbye and see you in the next episodes.